Oh, y'all ready for this? John has no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
We entered Space Jam for some reason.
It's not necessarily Space Jam. It's more so just a basketball thing.
That's why I thought Space Jam.
I like basketball.
It's alright. Oh, good.
I used to play it when I was a kid.
I did too, but our elementary team school sucked. But it was elementary school.
You're fucking like 6 and 7. But while I was in like 1st grade to 6th grade, I was in the Boys and Girls Junior Basketball League.
Ooh, we got a badass over here.
Yeah, I don't think I scored a single fucking goal in my entire time there.
Goal?
I mean basket. I didn't score a point.
There you go.
To quote John, my favorite thing is when John Mulaney got himself some what are they called again? I'm just forgetting. I'm blanking on the name. My head wants to say free throw shots. But don't know why I forgot that one. He's like, oh no, you don't have to do that for me. I remember missing. I remember getting set up for three free throw shots. Bleh. I don't even remember why. I don't even remember how. It's one of those things which they bullshit made up some rules to give kids an extra chance because free throw shots are only worth 1 point, whereas normal shots are worth 2. So, like, they might change a game if you would otherwise tie. But yeah.
That does not work.
They might, but there's no point to it other than making the kids feel better by giving them 3 instead of the usual 2.
I didn't mean that. I meant, actually no, using that spring works. I won't smash my head on something as funny as it is. But yeah, free throws are nice. There's a reason people fight for them. So it's still extra points if you make both of them. They're
extra 2 points if you make them.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you only get
1 per, but...
I can't believe I got hit and fell right back down the goddamn hole. That is frustrating.
I can't believe you're closing the goddamn door, no. Can't believe I got the band wrong on that one. Usually I'm the one who knows fucking songs over you.
I'm the one who closed your goddamn door.
That sounds weirdly sexual.
Well, it was supposed to, so I'm glad it did.
Oh, well then.
And by closing your goddamn door, I mean your butt cheeks. See? I just explicitly made the joke stupid.
I don't know why.
Fuck, I need a reason? God damn it.
Ah, fuck, do I even need a reason? I'll sue ya. I'll take all your money. I'll sue ya if you even look at me funny.
Oh, I know why I hate this. It suffers from water dungeon syndrome because you're in a giant vertical shaft and you have to go up and down. Except you have to use wind. What? What?
You're in a giant vertical shaft and you have to go up and down.
God damn it. Get your mind out of the gutter. You know what's great is that enemies can hurt other enemies.
Giant vertical shaft.
Get your mind out of the gutter. God damn it, Jeffrey.
I'd love to give my vertical shaft some up and down if you know what I mean.
Hey, you. There are no words to describe how much I want to hit you right now.
I need a moment.
Get it out.
I need a moment.
Get it all out. You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna try and control it.
Up and down. Except you have to use wind.
No promises. No promises. Like he just gently waved at him. Like, hi.
That's because I just wanted him to come along.
Is that what you're saying? This suffers from water temple syndrome?
Yeah, where you have to go up and down a column in a temple, except instead of water levels, you're using wind, and in this case, the fucking hook shot, which is even slower.
Yay.
So, they still have a water dungeon, even though there's not a fucking water dungeon.
It is the problems of being a water dungeon.
Yes, that's somehow
At least it's not an ice level. You already had to do the ice level, though. Which, at least it was just, thankfully, just a small fucking minigame for some shoes.
Right, it was like in Ocarina of Time where they had the ice cavern, which was technically a dungeon, but all you got from there was the iron boots. And the reward for being able to get the iron boots was a piece of heart at the bottom of the lake if you bothered trying to get it. Which I did, because it's a really easy piece of heart to get.
I always mix up pieces of heart and heart containers.
I know. But yeah, I mean, and outside the dungeon itself, there are 2 heart pieces. One that's on a block of ice that requires you to jump semi-skillfully, and one at the bottom of the lake. And then you even get the blue tunic as long as you kept bottled fire, which, don't ask how that works. It just does. It's just a thing.
It's magic fire.
Yes, just let it be. No, you shut your mouth. You shut your whore mouth.
At least you didn't have to do it before this point to, you know, so it's at least somewhat justified.
Right. So I shouldn't be too angry. It's like, hey, you know, the trees I made can be hookshotted.
Yeah.
Just as a heads up. Not, hey, I know you've been doing this for the last 20 goddamn minutes, but you can
know
do
what you
it.
can do? Hey, did you know that if, like, you move the diaphragm in your stomach, and based on how it contracts, you can breathe?
What? That's what I've been doing wrong for 22 years?
Oh yeah, you're older than me. I always forget how much you're older than me. You've got 1.5 years on me.
Yeah, I was talking about legally going out for a drink after this.
Well, no, like, I remember that you can drink and I can't, but in my head you're still fucking 21. Even though I know I'm gonna be 21 soon. You're 22, and then shortly after that, like, 6 months after that, I think? 5 months after that, you're gonna be 23.
Ugh. Stop. You're making me feel old.
23 is not fucking old.
It makes me...
We have a weirdly youth-obsessed culture.
Not even youth. It's just I feel physically old. I feel ancient.
You're not. You're not even... Your age is divisible by people who are still in elementary school. If you were cut in half, you'd still be in elementary school.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. I forgot. I can't make that one either. So I'm going to have to catch it mid-shot. Which is good that I can catch it midway at least. But I got the big key, but now you know what I need? I need to go through all this bullshit to get a small key.
Can't you just break the lock open?
I don't know why you can't. You have a giant fucking hammer. Damn it.
If he gets charmed, you just switch back?
Yep, if he gets damaged or hit, you have to switch back. Come on. We can lock on to someone. You kidding me? I can get it from here, but you won't let me lock on?
Oh, it also gets rid of that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do this dungeon first, then?
Just can't.
Oh.
Won't let you. I tried earlier, and so I always thought, hey, I think you can do it in the GameCube version, because I think you're allowed to get Makar first. But if you try, he just won't let you. He's not there. And that's frustrating. Because there's nothing in this dungeon that is required with the Mirror Shield. Nothing. So you should be able to do it in either order. But you can't. For arbitrary reasons.
Probably just to make the skulls more difficult to deal with.
But there's no reason for that. That's poor design. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to handle those.
I kind of hate video games where you know the answer and you just can't do it because it's not time yet. And, like, there's a difference between, like, this shit hasn't happened yet, so your character can't go over here. There's a difference between that, which happens in some RPGs. Like, oh, you can't go over here because, you know, this is going on. Like, you know, you can't run... He can't deal with Sabrina because they've locked the gym closed, so that way she won't deal with Team Rocket.
Right.
Like that's justifiable. Although the fucking group of people in black and white that are, like, they're sitting there and like, we're dancing for no reason, and someday we'll leave for no reason.
Or
Like, congratulations, that's a fucking roadblock.
or like in Viridian City, the gym leader's just physically not there. Like, okay, the
And
gym's
when it's
here.
explained why, it makes sense.
Right. Like, oh, I can't challenge this gym, that sucks. Well, he's not physically there, so it works.
You also can't challenge the fourth gym in Emerald and shit, despite the fact that it's the first one you go to.
Because your old man's being stubborn. He's like, nope, you're not good enough.
He's like,
This is a waste of my time. Sorry.
I feel like parents have that thing about their kids where no matter what their kids do, they still feel like they're children.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like that's kind of why it is, so I don't have a problem with it.
Oh yeah, I'm going the totally lazy way. I don't care that I'm taking fall damage.
Whee! Bonk.
I have no fucks
John,
to give.
guess what?
What?
You're at the bottom of the giant. You're at the base of the giant shaft. You had to go up and down.
You shut the fuck up. How about that?
I'm having too much fun with this.
There's a good dose of shut the fuck up you need to be doing. How about that? How does that sound?
I'd have to talk to my doctor about that one.
You know
I have
what?
to make sure it won't interfere with the rest of my medicine.
You know what? You have a kitchen right there. I need you to get up. I need you to get a glass. And I need you to have a nice, tall glass of shut the fuck up.
So that just now occasionally shoots wind wherever the fuck it wants to.
Yep. And let's see, there's something.
So,
I believe this.
now this is a giant shaft that occasionally shoots its load wherever it wants to, when it wants to.
Yes.
And you're getting blown in this dungeon.
Okay. Come on. I used the wrong fucking button, son of a bitch. I tried using arrows for no goddamn reason.
You're like, I'll shoot the fan! This was a terrible decision.
I just want to go up.
And I have to wait for it to basically restart, so you can guarantee you get all the way up. Apparently not.
We.
What's the point of going all the way up?
This.
Yeah. Can you only get up here this way?
Yep.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Isn't there an area like this in Majora's Mask? Where there's like a central pillar type of thing?
Yeah, that's the Snow Point Temple.
Yeah.
The second temple in the game. And that's another one that's actually pretty easy to screw up too.
Yeah.
So that means if you're wrong, or you screw up, or you do something too early, you have to go to the base of the column. You have to ground pound something to reset it.
So they knew it was kind of broken, but rather than work on it more, they... Although I heard that like Majora's Mask had like a development time of like 4 months.
It did not have a long time. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, unfortunately. It's one of those things where, as much as I love Zelda, I should know, I just don't.
But it's incredibly short, which is why there's a lot of
Well, the thing is,
obvious shortcuts in the game.
the thing is, a lot of the assets already existed,
Well, yeah, that's how they were able to do it, even. That's how it was physically possible.
and then
The majority of the game was already made.
you know, since they had more RAM to work with, because you had to have the expansion pack for the Nintendo 64, which I thought was kind of a cool thing. Really unnecessary, because it should have been there in the first place. 'Cause there's no point in having N64 without the expansion pack. Because it's just a RAM increase. Which
Certain
is,
games physically don't work without it.
how many?
I know the Donkey Kong game doesn't work without
Donkey Kong
it.
64 doesn't. Majora's
That one
Mask
doesn't.
doesn't.
I'm not certain, but I know that some of the more popular games just physically don't.
Yeah,
Like the opposite of the Sega 60 of the Sega 32X.
Yeah, you have Knuckles Chaotix.
Night Trap needed it.
I don't know.
Everyone needs Night Trap.
I don't know what the fuck Night Trap is, so that answers your question.
Game that's responsible for the ESRB.
Ah!
2 games are credited with it: Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. And the reason is because in Night Trap you're playing like this guy surveying this house, and they use the extra data to be able to show actual video of people.
Was that for the Sega
Full,
CD?
full Sega CD and 32X.
But, okay, it was. I did not know
It was
that.
both of them. It's one of the like 3 games out there total that requires both of them.
I did not know
The
that.
other is a really shitty basketball game. That's famously bad.
Oh, good. I actually didn't think I did.
Like, considered one of the worst games of all time bad.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure E.T. for the Atari is still, like, worst game ever.
Was Superman 64? Aquaman for the GameCube? A lot to choose from.
Fair. To be fair, what makes the later ones worse, like Superman 64, Aquaman for the
And
GameCube,
they knew what they were doing.
there was no excuse. Like, Atari, E.T.
People
for
were
the
still
Atari,
learning video games.
yeah, still a work in progress. You know what?
You could justify it. You know what else you can justify? Bye.
The next episode.